Hello, everyone. Welcome to TD Board Gamers. My name is Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And today we're going to take a look at the Iron Man hero.
See, look, we're looking at him.
Yep, Iron Man is the third hero that we're reviewing from the original base game box. Iron Man's all about tech upgrades.
And here we're looking at a couple of promos that we got from some content creators while we were at Con of Heroes this past year. So, yeah, I really like, whenever we flip them over, I really like the alter ego art on the one on the left. I think it's the one on the
Well,
left.
let's find out.
Yeah, that's that one. I really like it. All right, so when he's an alter ego form, he's Tony Stark. So Tony Stark has a hand size of 6. He's got 9 hit points. He heals for 3, but he has the keyword genius. And as an action, he can do the futurist action, which is look at the top 3 cards of his deck, add one of those to his hand, and discard the other 2. And this is limited to once per round.
Okay. And then for Iron Man, he's got a hand size of 1.
Oh, no!
9
I
hit
thought that was a
points.
typo the first time I saw it.
2 thwart, 1 attack, 1 defense. You get +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control to a maximum hand size of 7.
So yeah, he starts with a substantially smaller hand size, but he can get a larger hand size just with his build, but it does take a little bit of setup.
Yeah, so if you add some tech upgrades to your deck, that'll help get you set up faster. But Iron Man tends to stay in alter ego for maybe the first couple turns and then comes up, especially if he gets all his armor pieces up, then he's really powerful.
Yeah.
But he looks pretty weak, with 9 hit points and a 2/1/1. But
He's got to power up the suit.
Yeah, you'll see what he's like. All right.
All right, so the first card we've got here is his signature ally. This is War Machine. War Machine attacks, he cost 4. He attacks for 2, thwarts for 1. Wow, I'm saying this all wrong. He's got 4 hit points, but he is a shield soldier, and you can exhaust him and deal 2 damage to him to deal 1 damage to each enemy. So that's really good if you've got a lot of enemies out on the board and want to hit several of them at one time.
Okay, I'll leave him out for a minute.
Okay.
So War Machine Hero came up with this team up card with Iron Man with an extra copy you end up putting in your Iron Man deck. So this is 3 cost event, 2 against the world, team up Iron Man and War Machine, max 1 per deck. Search your deck for a tech upgrade and put it into play. Shuffle your deck, ready Iron Man and War Machine. So this is really good when you're playing with the War Machine Hero, but it also helps with this War Machine ally as well. So.
All right, then we've got 3 copies of Repulsor Blast. So this is a 1-cost attack event. It is a superpower, and as a hero action, you can deal 1 damage to an enemy. Then you discard the top 5 cards of your deck, and for each energy resource you discarded this way, you deal 2 additional damage to that enemy. So it is entirely possible to get I think 6 is the max you're going to get, so you can deal 12 damage to an enemy with that. I mean, you got to build it the right way, but yeah, if you have the energy card in there,
discard the top 5 cards,
right?
And for each printed resource discarded this way, deal 2 damage.
Printed energy, right?
Right.
So if you've got the energy card,
6 energy, you can do 12 damage.
Yeah, you can do 12 damage with it. Okay. But I mean,
that's
not likely going to happen. But yeah, that is actually cool if you're able to pull that off.
And so you'd want a lot of energy in your deck, obviously. All right, then we got Supersonic Punch. It's a 2-cost event. Hero action, deal 4 damage to an enemy, 8 damage instead. If you have the aerial trait, you'll see.
Yeah, we don't have it natively, but that is coming up. You'll see how to get that here in a little bit.
You'll see how that works, yeah. And then my favorite card in his kit.
All right, so here we have Pepper Potts. So she is a 3-cost persona support, and you can exhaust her to generate the resource of the top card in your discard pile. So this is one that since, whenever you discard cards, if you're discarding more than 1 card, you choose the order that you discard them in. So, of course, you're going to take whichever one benefits you the most. If you're paying with something for 3, one of them is a double resource, you're going to want to make sure that one's on top. Or if you're trying to get a specific color, you want to make sure that one's on top. And because of this, and the next card, I think it's the next card coming up here, the order of your discard pile matters. So even though technically you're always supposed to keep it in the same order, you need to make sure you're doing it with when you're playing Iron Man or when he's in the game.
All right, so we got Stark Tower. It's 2-cost support. It's a location, alter ego action. You can exhaust Stark Tower and choose a player. That player returns the topmost tech upgrade in their discard pile to their hand. So the nice thing is, like with the Futurist, you're discarding, you're looking at the top 3 and you pick 1, discard the other 2. Or you use a tech card to pay for a tech card, then you can grab a tech card back. So a lot of times you can double use the tech cards, to get them out.
Yeah. All right, then we're starting on the his tech upgrades out here. So the first one we've got is the arc reactor. It's a 2-cost item tech upgrade. It's as a hero action. You can exhaust this to ready Iron Man.
Okay. Then we got the Mark V armor. It's a 3-cost upgrade. You get +6 hit points.
All right, so that means since you start with 9, you get this one out. There you go. You're at 15. All right, then we've got the Mark V helmet. So this is a 1-cost armor tech upgrade. You can exhaust this to remove 1 threat from a scheme. And if you have the aerial trait, you remove 1 threat from every scheme instead, or from each scheme.
All right, then we got 2 copies of powered gauntlets. It's a 2-cost upgrade, armor tech. Exhaust powered gauntlets and deal 1 damage to an enemy. 2 damage instead if you have the aerial trait.
Okay. Now this is how we get the aerial trait. We've got 2 copies of this. It's the 1-cost upgrade. It's armor tech. For each one of these, you get +1 hit point. So that takes you up to, you're looking at 17 hit points now, just in his kit. But you can exhaust the boots and spend a mental resource to gain the aerial trait until the end of the phase. So, and you do not need both copies out to do that, but you can actually have, you can use one of them to pay for the other if you need to, or to pay for the resource.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to do it. But yeah, now of note, it only gives it to you until the end of the phase. So, and since it's a hero action, you're not going to have aerial during the defense phase, probably. So, unless you have some other way to gain it.
And the card is called Rocket Boots.
Yes.
You never.
Oh, did I not say the name of it?
All right.
Rocket Boots.
All right. Then his obligation is business problems. Give to the Tony Stark player. You may flip to alter ego. Choose exhaust Tony Stark. Remove him from the game, or remove this card from the game.
Remove him from the game.
Yeah, remove him from the game. Yeah, that's it.
That is an obligation.
Well, he's got some serious business problems, so it's like, sorry, I can't fight right now. I got to. Stark Enterprises trying to be taken over by Hammer Industries, so I got to go. Exhaust each upgrade you control. Discard this obligation. Yeah, Justin Hammer is trying to take his business away, so
yeah,
that's more important than beating up on Rhino.
Yeah, all right. Now we've got his signature, or his nemesis here is Whiplash. So Whiplash, he's the villain from
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. So with Whiplash, he is a criminal. He schemes for 2. He attacks for 3. He has 4 hit points. He does have retaliate.
Okay. Then nemesis side scheme is imminent overload. When revealed, place 1 additional threat here. Starts with 3. And then it's got an acceleration token. So this is before they had the hinder keyword.
All right, then we've got 2 copies of the Electric Whip Attack Treachery. So this is, when revealed, you choose to either deal 1 damage to your hero for each upgrade you control, or choose and discard an upgrade you control. Considering how many you're going to have, and this could potentially one-shot you if you aren't fully healed, there's a good chance you're going to have to discard an upgrade with this one. So these are horrible.
Boost.
He's going to, the boost. That's right. It does have a boost. If the villain is making an undefended attack against you, you have to choose and discard an upgrade you control.
All right. And the last card from his nemesis set is Electromagnetic Backlash. Each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck. For each printed energy resource, the player discards this way. The player takes a damage.
Does it look familiar? It's his version of the Repulsor Blast.
Okay. All right. So pull War Machine out.
All right. War Machine.
All right. So, Iron Man, like we said, likes tech upgrades. So we got some tech upgrades in the various aspects. But he's also an Avenger. So if you want to see like some Avenger deck ideas, check out our Avenger video. We'll go over a bunch of cards in that.
Yeah, and he's got the ability to gain aerial, even though it's only until the end of the phase. If you want some aerial ideas, go ahead and check out the Angel video where we cover a lot of the different aerial concepts there.
Yeah, some of the protection cards won't be usable, though.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Well, we got this card.
All right, so the Bambino. So this is a 3-cost weapon tech upgrade. It does attach to a shield character, so you can't attach to yourself, but you can attach this to War Machine, and since it doesn't matter who they're attached to, as long as you control them, you're still in control of this, so it still counts. But while this is attached to an identity, it gains restricted. That's not going to matter in your case, and it comes in with 3 ammo counters. But as an interrupt, whenever the attached character makes a basic attack, you remove a counter from it, and the attack deals an additional 3 damage and gains overkill. So what I would probably do with this one, if I'm playing this, there's a good chance I'm probably going to hold on to the to War Machine, maybe use him just one at a time, do a couple of damages with the Bambino, and try to heal him potentially, even keep him around a little bit longer to get some good use out of that. And then after the Bambino's empty, then I'll start using his other ability.
Yeah.
So,
But I'd also leave a minimum of 1 charge on the Bambino until you've got enough tech cards out that you don't need it
Yeah.
for your hand size.
yeah, because that will help you build up your hand size while still giving you some some extra oomph later on.
Right. Then we got the hand cannon. It's kind of the same idea, except for it's for yourself. 2 cost upgrade, restricted, uses 3 charge counters. When your hero makes a basic attack, you can exhaust a hand cannon, remove a charge, and you get +2 attack for that attack, and the attack gains overkill.
Yeah, it's a little mini Bambino. It's a Bambino X.
Right. That's it for aggression. For justice.
Yeah, believe it or not, we didn't have a lot of aggression there. For Justice, the first one we've got here is Invisibility Gear. So this is a 1-cost tech upgrade. You can play it under any player's control, max 1 per player. But when an enemy would attack you, you can discard this, and the enemy schemes instead. So yeah, it's great if you don't want to be able to. You don't want to take the attack. You can scheme it as long as you've got a way to remove that. It's a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing Justice, so you should be
Yeah.
able to get rid of it. And you have a defense of 1, so you don't want to be attacked really. Okay, then we got Prism Dust here. It's a 1-cost upgrade, max 1 per player. After a minion enters play, discard Prism Dust, confuse that minion, and deal 2 damage to it. So you combine it with that previous card, and that could be interesting because you confuse them, and then they attack you, and then you change it to thwart, and then they'll be confused, and then they take damage, and then
All right, then we've got the Sonic Rifle here. So this is a 3-cost upgrade. It's a tech weapon, restricted, and it uses 2 charge counters. But you can exhaust it, remove a charge counter from it to confuse an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it if they're already confused.
Okay, then we're moving to leadership. So all the leadership cards are upgrades for allies, but again, kind of like the Bambino, it doesn't matter if it's attached to an ally, you still controlling the card, as long as it's attached to one of your allies.
Yes.
If you put it on another player's ally, then they control it. But so we got Comms Implant. So 1-cost upgrade, you attach to a Guardian ally, and then attached ally gets +1 thwart and +1 hit point.
And who's our favorite Guardian ally in leadership to attach things to?
Cosmo.
Yondu. Yeah, he's not in leadership, but Yondu. This is a great card for Yondu. Yondu also likes this next card here, which is a Laser Blaster. It's a 1-cost weapon upgrade. You attach to a Guardian, max 1 per ally, but they get +1 attack, and they gain overkill with that.
Yeah. And then we got the Power Gloves attached to an Avenger ally, so you'd have to put an honorary Avenger on Yondu before you could attach this to him. But after attach ally attacks for thwarts, deal 1 damage to an enemy.
And the last one we've got here is the Reinforced Suit. So this is an armor tech, 1-cost upgrade. You attach to an ally, and that ally gets +2 hit points.
Okay. Then we're moving on to protection. So we got Spider Bite. 3-cost ally, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. Web Warrior. Reduce the cost to play Spider Bite by 1 for each tech card you control. So she would make a great chump blocker that you could play for free, for most of the game. In the very beginning, you might have to pay for, but if you're staying up, you're going to want to have if you only have 3 tech upgrades, you got a hand size of 4. So, you're probably going to have 3 or more tech upgrades. And so she's going to just be a nice recurring chump blocker.
Yeah, and the great thing is you've got so many tech upgrades that you're probably playing with Iron Man that you're going to have a thinner deck, so you'll get to her more often. So yeah, basically you bring her out, you probably thwart with her because of her 2 thwart, and then use her for the chump blocker, and then bring her back out pretty dang quick for free.
Okay, and then for protection, we're kind of leaning towards a tech-heavy deck. So you got Repurpose here. It's a 0-cost event. Discard a tech upgrade you control, ready your hero, and choose thwart, attack, or defense. Until the end of the round, your hero gets +X to the chosen power, where X is equal to the upgrade printed cost. Now, you're probably not going to do your armor pieces. You're probably going to do some of these other protection cards that are coming up.
Yeah, and these are great. This is really great if you're using cards that have counters on them that you're using up. You wait till they're down to a 1 counter if you can, and then you pop it, and you'll get full advantage of it then.
Okay.
First one we've got here is the electrostatic armor. So this is a 1-cost upgrade. Play energy players control 1 per player. But after you defend against an attack, you deal 1 damage to the attacking character. So as long as you're defending, then it basically gives you retaliate. But it's not quite retaliate because you do have to defend. It does require that.
Yeah. Or play a defense card.
Yes. Well, that's defending. Hey.
Then we got energy barrier, 2-cost upgrade. Item tech uses 3 reflection counters. When you would take any amount of damage, you remove 1 reflection counter from here, prevent 1 of that damage, and deal 1 damage to an enemy. And so, yeah, this is a good candidate for repurpose when you have it down to like 1 counter.
Then we got the energy shield. So this is a 0-cost upgrade. So this is not a great candidate for repurpose here because it's a 0 cost. But you can attach this to a character. So you can attach this to a hero or an ally. Whenever the attached character would take any amount of damage, you spend X energy resources to prevent X of that damage. And Iron Man is actually one of the better. I think the only one that might be better for this would be probably Captain Marvel, because she really loves energy. But Iron Man likes the energy a lot too, especially with those repulsor blasts. You're going to probably try to build a little heavier into the energy. So this is a really great upgrade for him.
Yeah. All right. And this is a good candidate for repurpose if you can time it right.
Yeah, that's a great one if you can time it right.
3-cost upgrade, force field generator, uses 6 energy counters, max 1 per player. When you would take any amount of damage, remove that many energy counters from here. For each energy counter, remove this way, prevent 1 of that damage. So yeah, if you can get it down to 1 or 2 counters, then you just turn around and repurpose, and then you're getting a +3 to, well, now you're now that you've lost your protection, you might want to do it for defense for like the next turn or something, or, you need a thwart or whatever, an extra +3 is great.
Yeah, this is phenomenal for repurpose. However, with that forced interrupt, it does make it a little bit trickier to actually pull it off.
Yeah.
Right, and then the last protection one we got here, I think, is the stun gun. This is a 2-cost weapon upgrade. It is restricted, and it comes in with 2 charge counters, but you can, as a hero action, exhaust the gun, remove 1 or 2 charge counters, your choice. If you removed 1, then you stun a minion. If you remove 2, you can stun the villain.
Okay, and then for basic, we got Spider-Man Otto Octavius. He costs 2, 1 thwart, 2 attack with 2 consequentials, 2 hit points. He's a web warrior. You can play only if you control a web warrior card. So you would have to have another web warrior to play this. But the reason he's here is after you play Spider-Man from your hand, ready an upgrade you control. If that upgrade has a tech trait, draw a card. So you do have to kind of play around with it a little bit to get him to trigger. But, there are web warriors that don't require other web warrior cards to play. So.
Yeah, so this one does require a little bit more work, but if it's worth the payoff if you do. All right, then we've got superpower training. So this is a 1-cost player side scheme. Oh God, I hate player side schemes.
I know. I should just remove the card.
Right. Remove it from the collection. But it's whenever it's defeated, it comes in with 3 threat per player. But each player can search their deck and discard pile for an identity-specific upgrade and put it into play. So this is a great one for trying to play his different armor pieces. And you're probably, if this one's not out, that's probably going to be your target right there because of the cost on it.
Costs 3, and it gives you 6 hit points.
Yeah, but I mean, it works for any of them, and it's a great way to get them out early if you can get that card out early.
Okay, and then because of the repulsor blast, you are milling your deck a little bit.
Yes.
So this could be a good card to add. Digging Deep. After this card is discarded from the top of your deck, add it to your hand. It generates a wild, so that would count towards the repulsor blast.
Yeah, now one thing that Dave and I were talking about this one a little bit earlier whenever we were talking about Iron Man, and this discussion came up with this one, and we're not 100% sure on this, so I kind of wanted to put it out there to you guys, have you maybe drop a comment and tell us what you think on it. But since you're looking at the top 3 cards of your deck and discarding 2 of them, would you consider that discarding Digging Deep from the top of your deck? I don't. Dave thinks it is, so we're not really sure. Yeah. So yeah, I was just say, why don't you tell us what you think in the comments?
Okay. Now, one of the new kind of fun combos with tech. Is Fitzsimmons. Now, unfortunately, you are not shield, so you don't get the discount.
Yeah, you got to pay full price for these.
Unless you can convince someone to play the shield recruit on you.
Yes.
But I've got them both here for Fitzsimmons. So Leo Fitz is a 3-cost support, persona shield, reduce the cost by 2. If your identity has shield, you do not. But as an alter ego action, you can exhaust him, search your deck for a tech card, and add it to your hand. Then we got Gemma Simmons. She costs 3. Persona Shield, reduce the cost by 2. If you have the shield trait, and you can exhaust Gemma Simmons to generate a mental resource for a tech card. Now, this also includes the rocket boots, which does require a mental. So, at minimum, I say Simmons, but putting both in because you wanting it, Leo, if you especially because it's the beginning of your deck, will allow you to grab your tech cards, which is amazing.
Yeah, and this is because, like you were saying, you don't have shield, but if you are a shield player, if you've got one of the shield heroes, it is definitely worth it for you to drop that shield deputy in there for the Iron Man player.
Yeah.
So because this is a huge combination.
Well, and it also helps him. Get on the board. Flip to hero side faster too.
Yep.
Because it's like, okay, I don't have my armor pieces up, so I'm staying down. And meanwhile, threat is
a lot of times if I've put cards in for other players, they don't quite take precedent. That one's one that would probably edge up there, and they're depending on what I had in my hand and was trying to get out. It definitely might be my card of choice.
All right. Then of course he's an Avenger, but.
So the Quinn Carrier. So this is a 3-cost support, old school. It's an Avenger vehicle. You do have to have the Avenger trait to play it, but you can exhaust it to generate a mental or you're probably doing a mental, but a wild resource. You're probably doing the mental because this is a great source for your repulsor boots.
Right. And another good source for the for the rocket
boots. It's the repulsor blast.
Is ingenuity because he is a genius in alter ego.
I'm not.
2-cost upgrade. Play only if your identity has the genius. The player doesn't have to be a genius.
I never get
resource, exhaust ingenuity to generate a mental resource. So again, it's for the rocket boots.
Yes.
And then the final card we
have here is the plasma pistol. So this is a 2-cost weapon upgrade. It is restricted. It comes in with 3 charge counters, but you can exhaust it and remove a charge counter from it to deal 1 damage to an enemy. Now, a lot of times whenever I'm playing these, I'm actually playing these for whichever deck I'm in, and they tend to come out and stay out. I don't really use them that much. I tend to use them for other purposes. I'll use them like if I need weapons out, I'll use them for that. If I need because these are really good in aggression decks whenever you're using things like the what's the firepower one? Firepower.
Yeah.
So but
the main thing for this is the +1 hand size.
And it is tech, yeah.
Right. But once you've got over 6 tech pieces, then you can just use it to. It's also nice to ping a tough off, especially if you're not playing aggression and someone's like, do you have a way to knock the tough off? It's like, yeah
I can do that.
Like, yeah, exactly. All right, so Iron Man is really fun. It's been a while since I played him, and each wave of products that come out, give us more and more tech cards. Some of those showed up in this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wave.
There was at least 3 of them I can think of right now. They were in Nick's kit.
So Iron Man, Iron Man, especially in the beginning of the game, the main thing was like, oh, okay, I'm either only playing protection or I'm just getting my armor pieces out, and you're waiting until I get enough armor pieces for me to have at least a hand size 5, but it's a lot easier to get Iron Man out faster now. And then, so he's kind of got one gauntlet, and he's got maybe his helmet, and then he's got a bunch of random things.
And he's all like flying all lopsided and stuff. Yeah. That doesn't have everything.
He's got one jet boot or something. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways.
Yeah, no, he's a fun character. I mean, he does take a little bit to build up, but once he's built up, he's a pretty powerful character. He's pretty fun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so that was our look at Iron Man. So thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there. Yeah, somewhere down there. And you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right. See ya.